Ruben Amorim, a name that has been heard millions of times over the last few weeks. Despite the rocky start to his United career, today I'm going to tell you how Amorim can completely change and transform this broken United team and maybe, just maybe, bring them back to their former glory. But who even is this guy and where did he come from? Well, to answer that, we have to go back to 2003. After 18-year-old Ruben Amorim was released by Benfica, he joined other Portuguese side Belenenses, where he would play the next 4 years. During that time, they even managed to reach the Portuguese Cup final, however lost to Sporting 1-0. In 2008, Amorim re-signed a 4-year contract for Benfica, where there were glimpses of talent, however injuries would substantially hold him back, resulting in him playing just 95 times in a 9-year stint. Despite this, he managed to play for the Portuguese national team a number of times, even playing in both the 2010 and the 2014 World Cup. After leaving Benfica in 2017, he retired and became a coach for Braga, where he managed to help the club finish third, as well as winning the Portuguese League Cup and reaching the Europa League round of 16s. His stint at Braga only lasted 6 months, however, as he would go on to join Sporting in the summer of 2020. He transformed the squad within the first few months, bringing in notable signings like Pedro Porro, João Mario, João Paulinho, as well as promoting youth players like Ignacio, Mateus Nunes and Nuno Mendes. He got off to a flying start, winning the League Cup as well as Sporting's first league title in 19 years. The next season he reached the Champions League knockouts for the first time in the club's decade. As well as this, bringing in more talents like Ugarte and winning his third consecutive League Cup final. It was all looking good for Ruben and his team. They won a shock game against Arsenal the year after to help them reach the quarter-finals of the Europa League, however struggled in the league, finishing 4th and losing out on Champions League qualification. After another good 23-24 season, Amorim was beginning to gain interest from other big teams, most notably Liverpool after Klopp's departure. However, he decided to remain at Sporting for the upcoming 24-25 season, where he managed to win 11 games in a row to put them top of the league, unbeaten in November. Now this was great and all, but something else was happening across the borders, and this situation would turn out to change Ruben Amorim's life forever. For this, we have to travel to England, where Manchester United are in absolute crisis. After winning just 3 of their first 9 games, their manager Erik ten Hag was sacked. This raised a new problem. Who was going to replace him? After looking at a few options, they stumbled across Amorim and offered him a contract. Now this gave Amorim a decision to make. Does he stay at Sporting and continue the amazing form they were under with a high potential team? Or go over to England and face a completely new challenge of trying to build a suffering squad up from the depths and bring them back to their former glory? After a bit of thought, on the 1st of November 2024, Ruben Amorim signed the contract as Manchester United manager, bringing us up to the present day. So one big question now lurks in the air. Can Amorim succeed at United? I mean, over the last 10 years now, United have had top managers that have succeeded at many other clubs. Yet when they come to United, everything goes wrong. They get sacked and their managerial career takes a complete U-turn. Well, you see, Amorim brings something to the club that the players have never even heard of before and could potentially change the club forever. And what is that something? Tactics. You see, Amorim brings simply unheard of words before, like pressing and scoring, into this team. Now, all jokes aside, Amorim does actually have a fairly modern, unique play style. He enjoys playing the strict 3-4-3 formation, which sometimes switches to a 3-4-2-1. Comparing it to Ten Hag's old tactics, Amorim goes for a much more modern, transparent and free-flowing play. And you can see the effects of this in his first 2 games as United boss. Against Ipswich, you can see a notable back 3, with each fullback pushing further up the pitch when needed. He's got plenty of decent defence options for a back 3. Players like Martinez, Yoro, De Ligt, Shaw, Maguire and more. and with a few new signings in the winter, I think he can really strengthen this defence. However, the defence isn't the main issue right now, it's the attack. Now, Braga and Sporting was known for their goal scoring, with their main striker Gorzekas already scoring 31 goals this season. Amorim aims for very high pressure and intensity, and we've seen that in his first 2 games, as they've gone on to score in the first minute of each, with the second being completely due to Højlund's pressure on the keeper. So the question now stands, can Ruben Amorim succeed at Manchester United? You can leave your thoughts below, but personally, I think he can. Not only that he brings the discipline, mentality and play style, but he can also get them back to competing with the big teams and potentially even be crowned as Premier League champions in the space of just a few years. What do you think? Leave your thoughts below, and while you're at it, check out this video here about the downfall of Paul Pogba. Thank you for watching, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you next time. See ya!